everyone. So this is Team Saplings, and this is Harshit from Team Saplings, and we are a team of 3 members. And our project today is that we made is capture. So basically, in our day to life, we are facing difficulties in finding correct way to mark our attendance, and it also become very difficult in this pandemic mode. So we try to implement this automatic face attendance system using the using facial recognition. So for that, we had a just simple theme. Everyone knows our interface like Kahoot. So we also made some parallel interface like Kahoot, where the faculty, both the faculty and students can log in on the different interfaces, and so faculty can generate the codes and can be shared with the students, and the students can use those code to mark their attendance. I'll quickly show this. This is how the interface of the faculty looks like, the login interface. This is how the login interface of the students look like. So moving on. So if I can quickly show how did we plan to work with that. So there are two interfaces, the faculty one and the student one. In the faculty one, the faculty can log in and they can generate the code. I'll be quickly talking about how this code works, and then I can be storing this codes will be stored in the database. And similarly, in the part of the students can enter the pin, and if the pin is validated that it's generated with the faculty, then they can mark their attendance using the facial recognition. And after marking, after verifying that the student is present in the particular database, then only the student will be marked attendant. So as I've spoke about the marking generating of this code, so we have defined, like we have sit down and decided to make 6 different parameters for this code. So first thing we'll be using is the name of the university, because if we want to implement this in real life and want to mark attendance for different universities, the first will be a university name. Second will be the name of the faculty. Here we're referring to some random name like Pradeep Arya. And the third one will be the subject he's dealing with, operating system, let's say. And the fourth one is a date, time, and the last one is the unique generated code. So this code will keep on change whenever the faculty clicks on generate new code. So this will be the advantage, the students cannot trip with the code. So we have defined two databases for this. First database is a university name, where all the pins will be stored, and the second one is get data for the faculty. So let's see how this, we have defined, as I've shown this pin number. So different collections will be generated for different pin numbers. So in order to find which pin is generated by which faculty, I'll go on to the get data database, and I can say like Pradeep Arya, and all the pins generated by him will be there, and I can go and find against this pin number. So for this verification part, as I said earlier, we will use the facial recognition library, which is already present in the machine learning, and we'll identify the face, we'll find the encodings of the face, and these encodings will be stored initially for the training part and will be compared against whenever the user opens the website. So let's see a quick demonstration. So this is how the interface of the faculty looks like. Yeah, so we have initially given only one authentication part, and this is the third I login. So the faculty can see all the subjects he is teaching. Let's say that the faculty is teaching 3 subjects. I can select any subject and I can say generate code. So this code will be generated, as I've said, according to the earlier format. And this code will be shared with the students. Let's say this code is shared. So let's copy this. I'll copy this and I pasted the code. And now I need to give the registration number. So let's say my registration number is, I'll just give a random number as 23. So, but this code will not work because my number is 21. This is me, and this is my number is 21. But I have given MS Dhoni. I have trained this model with MS Dhoni as 23. So if I give 23, it will show that number and face doesn't match, because I'm not the person who is pretending to be me. Like, I'm giving the attendance for 23rd person. So that's the reason it will show number and doesn't exist. So if I give my original number, so like I can copy this again. If I give this original number and if I say that 21, so which is actually my code, this is 21, which is actually my code. So if I click on enter, it should mark my attendance, and it should show that your attendance is marked. So you can see your attendance is marked. And I can quickly go to the database and it will be shown over here. So if I quickly refresh this database, yeah, this database will be created initially for the faculty. It will be created with 47560. Let's see where it's stored. So yeah, this is 47560. This is our value. So the faculty can verify against that. And next one is BML, and this will be all the generated codes of all the faculties. So I can see like 47560 over here, and since my number is 21, and it should be marked me present, so 21 will be present. If I give any proxy, like earlier I tried with the Dhoni image, so it should say it's not good. So that's all. So